It's the stream. Right now, this is the stream. I was hoping that having this tooth taken out would cut down on the number of headaches that I get. That's not the case. Apparently, a lot of people who have migraines have them exacerbated by things like that, but not me. I just have a busted brain. So, last Thursday, the internet immediately gave out on me. This week, Hawks claimed that they were going to be doing work until the 8th, but then they removed that notice today. So I don't know how this is going to go. But I do know that they probably haven't finished. Whether that means they'll continue doing the work, I don't know. You never know with the guys on this node. I know that they're extremely understaffed, and a lot of the people that they do have are underqualified, overconfident white men. So, you never know how that's going to go, except usually not good. Let's hit load game. Since the manual save is going to put us back to before the last cutscene we saw, and thus allow me to watch it without losing over 1,000 frames. We've still got our high score in darts. See, Cloud right there at the top. So here we go. The silence feels so somber here.
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference. But not like this. I feel trapped.
If it feels wrong, don't do it.
Guess that's that then.
What, they kick you out?
We agreed to disagree. So, you want another drink?
Tifa! Time to celebrate. Break out all the good stuff.
Oh, sure.
We won't be needing you for this next job. Feel free to look for work elsewhere.
Fine by me. That's how I like it. No contract, no obligation.
Figured you'd say that. Here, the rest of your payment, along with a little extra for your exemplary service. And thus concludes our business. Gonna have to ask you to leave now. This here's a private affair.
Sorry, I tried. We talked it over, but in the end...
They have pizza, eggs, and chips here.
This is our fight.
Jesse, what's the holdup?
Be right there. No hard
And
feelings,
games.
It's fine.
let's talk more after I'm done here, okay?
Really, it's fine.
Come on, Jesse, I'm dying here.
I'll catch you later. Sorry to keep you thirsty boys waiting.
Hi, Christy. Also, hi, Freya. I said it in text, but not in voice.
That hit the spot.
Damn, Biggs, slow down.
Sorry, boss man wasn't having it. Oh, my bad. Continue.
Keep it tight. Ain't no room for error come tomorrow.
More reason to live.
I really like Cloud and Barrett's
Clear your head so you can focus when it counts.
What's up with them?
character arcs. It's brought across a lot. It's the same thing as in the original, but it's brought across a lot better.
Seems like the boss
Hi,
always
baby.
gives us the most shit-tastic assignments.
Guess that's why we're paid so damn much.
What are you looking at?
We got a problem? What?
So this bit is a nice surprise that's coming up.
I guess.
No big man with a big gun strapped to his right arm? Heard he set up shop somewhere in the neighborhood.
That depends.
Ah, clever. Smell an opportunity to make some scratch to you.
500.
200.
3.
Whatever, man. Let's find somewhere quiet to talk.
I don't mean this bit, but the next major action bit.
Got something to say? You looking at me?
Look at these hoodlums as they walk in perfect synchronization. What the hell? I don't think that happened last time. That's really strange to look at.
Nothing on Walmart. Am I right? Word of advice, Blondie. Don't piss off my friend here. You'll be real sorry.
Unless you got some kind of death wish, then be my guest. After you, brother.
I wonder if this is a trap.
I ain't the backstabbing type. Most days. Spill it. You know where the bastard's hiding, don't you?
I told you before. That depends.
Oh, yeah? You wasted my time.
Shinra's time, you mean?
Shinra knows better than to stick its nose in my boss's business.
Ooh, who could his boss be? He's got the death sentence in 12 systems, that's right.
Get ready.
Hit me. Ah, your mistake. Alright, let's do this. A man wearing a vest with a gaudy dragon emblem. He appears to be looking for something in Sector 7's slums with his cohorts. When his HP gets low, he drinks a concoction that helps keep his attacks from being interrupted. Once he's doped up, attacks no longer fill his stagger gauge.
That's that.
No mercy!
Ooh, got me. The counterattacking in this game is really satisfying. Oh shit. Wow, am I actually gonna die to these dorks? It's just not letting me go. There we go. Alright, I don't have cure equipped, that's not good.
So much for...
Oh, didn't have time to use the potion anyway. Whoops, let's try that again. Very funny how they thought they could successfully fight Cloud, right? The guy who's carrying a sword on his back that's bigger than he is? That's not the guy you want to fuck with. Alright, I should have Cure equipped. Fire, wind, ice, lightning. Oh, I just didn't have room for it, really. I usually have Barrett do magic since he stands at long range most of the time anyway. Let's switch out wind for... Wait, do I not have Cure? Wait, there, it's right there. There we go. Okay. Okay, this time, I'll win.
I got your number.
Alright, there we go. Finish that.
I'm better than ever!
I see you.
This guy can fuck himself.
Let's see you
How did that miss? What the fuck?
eat lead!
Big man with a big gun for an arm, right? Why do you want it?
Oh, nice hit.
It's over when you're dead! You son of a...
There we go.
You like that?
Oh, missed that one.
Let's see you dodge this!
Steady.
Ooh.
Let's do this.
Oh my god, I'm hitting the wrong buttons now. That's fun.
Still in it. I see you.
Shit!
It's over.
It's okay.
They weren't
They're
shit.
still breathing.
Not my problem. Lesson
Now-
learned for life on the ground floor. Get some rest.
Now this is really good because it's setting up stuff that wasn't really set up in the original version, in the first game.
Not bad, Merc. Are you okay? There might be more.
I say the original version, but they're really not versions of the same game, as I've said many times.
Some creepy dude hit on me.
Today's special is High Potion.
Thanks to the awesome new Merc in town, everyone's favorite item shop is better than ever.
There's this one weird...
Alright, we gotta get to the apartment.
Just imagine if...
My husband decided to go to the
So they blew up a reactor so they could save the planet? More like they want us to get...
Okay, in theory, it's So there, yes. Huh. Did that fix it? So I was told that that sometimes fixes it when weird shit happens. Yeah, that brought it back down to a reasonable level. Basically, that forces it to flush the texture cache. Huh. Sound good? Okay. That's really weird. Like, I've heard of people having this problem, but it didn't happen to me the last time I played. So this is, once again, probably an NVIDIA problem.
Our way of life. There'll be no way of life for anyone.
Hopefully it'll be fine now.
Welcome home, honey. Took your sweet time. Psych. Are you gonna let me in so we can talk in private?
Yeah, it wasn't the internet, it's this port.
Huh. What have you got there?
An apology for not getting you on the mission. Or not. What do you think it is?
A proposition.
Nailed it in one. Gonna have to ask you to keep all this a secret from the others, though. It's a personal matter. Something I need to sort out tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight. You and me, together. I want you to come with me to the Sector 7 plate. I'll give you the details on the way.
That's fine by me.
It's twice that this has happened near the beginning of a stream of this game.
But if I don't deal with this
It
now,
doesn't happen when we're just playing. It always happens near the start.
I can count on you, can't I?
I don't know why this game has such a big problem with
Down payment.
NVIDIA cards of all things, when every other Square game has minor problems or even major problems with AMD cards. It's really strange. So anyway, we got our first summoning materia. You might note that none of what just happened in Final Fantasy VII. Summoning materia grants you the ability to call a powerful ally to your party's aid. A single summoning materia can be set to a weapons materia slot. So, yeah. It's what you think it is.
Doubt we'll be back before morning, in case you were planning on traveling light. Make sure you've got everything you need before we leave.
Alright, so now that we've got a summon, now I'm going to... How do we do this? Gift box, here it is. Now we're going to take the stuff out of the gift box, including Cactar summon, Chocobo Chick summon, Carbuncle summon, the Midgar Bangle, Shinra Bangle, Corneo Armlet, a Superstar Belt, a Mako Crystal, and Seraphic Earrings. So just nice stuff to have. Any case, since Jesse just gave us Ifrit, that's what we'll equip.
I'll wait here.
Go to sleep? Why, yes. Perfect timing. Don't worry, our stats really don't matter at the moment.
You all set?
So this is the thing. This mission up ahead
Station after dark. Don't be late.
is the thing that I said was a really nice touch.
It's just another job.
I have no idea why. So instead of Final Fantasy VII, using up my entire GPU. It's OBS that is registered as doing so in Task Manager.
Tough break. They changed the times. Last train's already left. Which is why we borrowed these bikes. Need a lift to the plate?
How did you guess?
Easy. You've been acting weird. Like talking about one thing when you're obviously thinking about something else.
Yeah, and don't get me started on all that pep.
All right, I'll give you that. But how did you know I wanted to head topside? Was I talking in my sleep? What else did I say?
No, we just figured you wanted to see your parents, that's all.
Nailed it, huh?
Yep, right on the head.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing.
As we don't have any family of our own, how about you let us be a part of yours for a bit? You know, spread the wealth.
Are your parents still around?
No.
Okay then. Guess you're all invited. Here's to awkward family reunions.
Yay! Awkward family reunions. So,
I take it you boys have your brand spanking new IDs?
Yes, ma'am.
some of y'all might know what's about to happen.
Crank that drive!
Okay, you got it.
You hear me?
There's a mini game in Final Fantasy VII called G-Bike.
I'm not going plateside for the reason they think I am. Look, you saw the way the reactor went up. It was huge, right?
Because of all the Mako. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah. That was wishful thinking. Deep down, I know it was my fault. I used a more powerful blasting agent than the directions called for. It had nothing to do with the Mako.
Jessie is absolutely blaming herself for something that she can't know isn't her fault.
Let's say you're right. So what?
I'm planning on using a weaker blasting agent
But
this time.
we've been given privy to this information.
Supplier, our only option is to loot a warehouse owned by Shinra.
Shinra? Good luck with that.
With your help, we won't need luck.
Cloud, vaguely irritable look. Alright, let's kick some ass.
Alright, here comes the hard part.
That is...
The fake IDs may have held up, but from this point on, if we get pinged by a scam...
They'll come for us.
Yeah, what he said.
Oh, man. Just like that?
No need to worry. He's got Cloud, remember? Hey, you do know how to drive, right?
Soldiers get mandatory training.
Well then, you gonna take my breath away? Make my head spin with your amazing skills?
Don't blame me if you get sick.
We've got company!
Someone's having fun.
How can I not? Pursued by villains, a young couple thrust together by fate race through the neon street night.
Get off.
Big Cloud! Use some help here!
Working on it.
My hero!
And yes, this feels as awesome as it looks.
Straight to lethal force?
What, do you just pull over if they ask nicely?
Got a point.
So don't go holding back now.
So how's everyone else doing today?
Suddenly begun to melt. I won't forget that. Wait, is it just me or did we slow down?
Just you.
More of them.
I think we've bitten off more than we can chew. What do we do?
Shut up.
Damn it!
How did he pull that off?
Damn it!
All right. Enjoying the fantasy-infused cyberpunk. Hell yeah.
Moving to intercept.
Final Fantasy VI did steampunk really well, and Final Fantasy VII does cyberpunk really well.
We'll make the sound of that.
We're not screwed, are we? These things can't take too much
Oh
damage.
shit. Oops. They keep throwing dynamite on the tracks. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Better hurry, Cloud.
Shit. Ah. I wish it was easier to catch up with them. Faster to catch up with them, at least.
Screw this!
This isn't working.
I need to actually watch where I'm going so that it will be working.
Wow, Cloud, you really are good at this.
There we go.
Heads up, drones!
I see him.
Gun it!
I am gunning it!
We're good. Nothing about this is good. You got me. Fair enough. All right then, do your thing.
Just gotta get this one.
That was so...
G-Bike is great. It's called G-Bikes because they're goater cycles. So this entire thing does not happen in Final Fantasy VII. Nor did the majority of Sector 7 get blown to shit in the original Final Fantasy VII. We saw Shinra setting off a much larger explosion at the start of this game. Thank you, Christy. And Jessie blames herself for it.
That's an ex-soldier for you. Next to him, you look like kids on trikes.
You're damn right.
You're part of that weed too, you know.
We made it! Woo!
So far, so good.
Keep going till we hit the station.
We did have Chekhov's Bishi back there.
Our magical ride is almost at an end.
Why are you talking like we're not here?
Because you're not.
Clearly we are.
The chatter is so excellent.
Not over yet. Cloud! Little help!
Working on it.
We should keep our distance to be safe, yeah?
Ease it up, Cloud!
There we go.
Time's up. Break off before he soaks. Copy.
What's going on?
Ah, shit. This is a character who's not in Final Fantasy VII. There was no need for him to ever show up after all. And yes, he's really awful and really awesome.
Hello?
Who's this?
Too quick for the eye. You cross him, you die. Now, mind if
He acts like Mog from the Chocobo's Dungeon series.
Splendid! I've been looking for a new dance partner. Private party, huh? That's fine. I'll settle for a race then. Just one.
I got one of those too.
I most certainly am.
Enough.
So terrible.
Oh shit. Got me.
Reach my ears, sluggish and slow as they are.
What's this guy's deal?
The lady's curiosity has been piqued. My name is Rose, but you may address me by the more accurate appellation. Speed Demon.
Heard that, Mom?
My ears are attuned to the feminine voice.
Ugh, he's the worst.
Yes,
It's literally the worst.
I've been waiting for.
Oh shit. Alright, we're starting to drop his HP down, so that's good. Oh, that is so hard to dodge.
You know you love it too.
Mmm. I like that lightning strikes when that collides.
I only have eyes for you.
Damn. I'm gonna have to figure out how to dodge that. Okay, that one's easy. Single strike, that's very simple.
Enjoying yourself? What more?
There we go.
Not bad. Promise, and an abiding affection for your mount. But one cannot simply ride one's life.
Oh, that's Biggs and Wedge.
One must unlock its true potential. Become one with the machine. Like this.
So not cool.
Wonderful gift you've given to me. Good one. My heart beats faster by the second.
Oh, shit.
Feel like dancing, friend?
There we go. I think we won. At least a phase.
Had enough?
Don't be absurd. As if I could ever grow tired of your company. Naughty, naughty.
She just shoots him in the face.
Thanks will never end. Wait for me.
This is kind of what soldiers are like.
Come on, let's push it past the red line.
Jesse, take over.
They're not quite okay.
Well, well, well.
They have been infused with chaos, after all.
Maybe next time we can keep it just between the two of us.
Maybe.
Until we meet again, my friend!
We did it!
Go team!
Don't get too excited. Reinforcements are hot on our trail.
I also like Roach. He's awful in just the right ways.
You failed the test.
What test?
Driving.
I'm great at driving.
Great at scaring your passengers, more like.
Not used to having any.
Maybe you should just let me drive.
Nope.
Guess I'll take one for the team and be your back warmer again.
Who was that? Who was that
Look at
person
that.
you're fighting?
The end of the ride.
I don't know either.
We'll go on foot from here. Don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves.
Hey, did these things leave a mark?
They got you pretty good.
Ugh, and I'm running on fumes.
Don't worry, we'll top you up soon enough. Now let's roll.
So, we're heading topside. The entire city is divided by caste,
The residential areas just beyond.
using the literal
The honors?
upper and lower levels of the city to show it.
You've got an arm on you.
Like that Wedge stops and waits for me.
Here we are. The employee housing district, where they put you when your parents worked for Shinra. While their reactors were slowly killing the planet, we were living the good life.
Getting some actual backstory for Jessie. And she's showing more self-awareness than 99% of people who live in middle-class neighborhoods ever do.
No dice. Someone's playing hard to get.
Aww. Wedge likes cats.
Folks here must be living off 3 or 4 times what I do.
Anything over here for me? I don't think there's any treasure that I can miss on the way to Jesse's parents' house. Interesting that the map shows that door in particular.
Figures.
I don't know what Gemenio
For the girls
Pedis are.
every other blue moon. Mom's an old-fashioned type like that.
Think she'll make us pizza? Her Midgar special?
She's quite the cook. Quick to whip up finger-licking food, even if you drop by in the dead of night.
And she loves guests who ask for seconds or thirds. Okay, let's head in. Cloud, you know what to do. Why don't you wait around the corner over there?
Okay.
It's a shame you won't get to try the Midgar special. You would have really liked it.
That's Jesse's father. Oh, it's a series of piano compositions. Gotcha.
With your help, we won't need luck. You'll take on just about any job, right? Well, I need you to rob my house. Think you can do that for me?
Sure, I'm great at robbing your house.
Go in through the back door when the coast is clear. The signal will be obvious.
Kitties.
Once the lights come on, it's go time. Time to go.
Inside, you'll find a room with 2 doors.
Whoops, I was muted. Wedge is friends with every Gayo cat, is what I said.
You want the room on the right. That's where you'll find it.
Alright. Said don't take the door ahead of us. So, oh, won't open. Lame.
We'll be chatting Mom up in the kitchen, so don't even bother being quiet. There's no way she'll ever hear you. Dad'll be in there, but it's okay. I need you to grab his Shinra ID card. And yeah, I know I should do it myself, but... but I honestly don't think I'm up to it. Just do this for me, okay?
Now this is what I've been waiting for.
What's this?
Read the letter? Sure.
Dear Mom and Dad, sorry for not getting in touch sooner, but I'm working at the Gold Saucer as an actress now. It wasn't easy, and I had a lot of help from people along the way. But I managed to land a starring role. Enclosed are 2 tickets to my play. Looking forward to seeing you both there.
Jessie Raspberry as the princess?
As you might have noticed, Jesse does not, in fact, work at the Gold Saucer.
My dad. He was a maintenance supervisor at the reactor.
Thanks.
Oh, something else interactive.
You're done here.
Aww. Cloud speaks to himself in the second person sometimes.
Now that is a damn good pie.
Mission accomplished.
When are you going to give up on the Gold Saucer? How long has it been since you even performed?
A lot of people really rely on Jesse.
As a stagehand, though, right? You can be one of those anywhere. So why not come home and get a job at the Sector 8 theater?
I'll think about it. You know, I'd really love to stay and chat, but we gotta go.
So soon?
Yeah, well, we hadn't even planned on dropping by. But Wedge wanted some of your famous pizza.
So good.
Sure I can't tempt you with some more?
Maybe just a couple slices, Mrs. R. Hey, I'm doing it for you guys. You don't want me going to work on an empty stomach.
I'm planning on using a weaker blasting agent this time. Since I can't get in touch with my supplier, our only option is to loot a warehouse owned by Shinra. Hey there.
This it?
Now comes the hard part. I'm gonna use this to sneak into the 7-6 annex.
All right, let's get to it.
Sorry, but you're staying outside. Only I know what to steal from where, so it's gotta be me who goes in.
So, we came all this way just to eat pizza?
You think I'd let you off that easy? You're gonna earn every slice helping Cloud. Just do the thing where you draw everyone's attention away, like you did at my parents'. What's the word again? Maybe I'm more nervous than I thought.
Diversion.
Yeah, that. Nice one, military man.
So what? Does this mean we're gonna ask some Shinra folks out to dinner?
You know damn well what she means. While you're inside, we make sure the guards are focused on the outside, yeah?
Exactly. Couldn't have put it any better. When you see a flare go up, that's your cue. Rush the front gates and make for the warehouse plaza. The more hell you raise, the more time you buy me.
You're gonna run this guy into the ground, aren't you?
How much time do you think you'll need?
Not too much. I'll be in and out. I'll send up another flare when I'm done. We rendezvous in the vacant lot up ahead.
Hold on. How are we supposed to get back to the slums? Wait for the first train?
No, I want to be back before that. Don't worry, I have something worked out. Now, let's get this done.
Well, that diversion's not gonna create itself.
It's wild that in this world, it's considered perfectly normal to walk around just fucking strapped. In Wedge's case with the grenade launcher.
Jesse was doing a show with the gold saucer. What do you care?
No, I want to hear it.
Jessie always wanted to be an actress. Worked her ass off for years. Until finally she caught a break. Top billing. Parents were thrilled. And then, right before opening night,
Her dad had an accident.
collapsed from overwork. And in the worst possible place, Mako's storage. Lay there half a day before someone found him. Been like that ever since. No change whatsoever. That's what got her into planetology. And led her to seek out Avalanche. How far we've come.
Jesse's got a theory about it. Thinks her dad's spirit is stuck now, between his body and the heart of the planet. So if we don't shut down the reactors soon...
You'll get caught up in the flow and poof. What's so funny?
Just that I understand how you feel. Unlike most of the time.
I see. Mako's the essence of life itself. Of memory and hope. It's not something you burn in a reactor just to keep the lights on. Hell no. Oh, don't tell Jessie about this little chat, okay? When she gets pissed, ooh, she gets punchy.
Well, no promises.
Mako is basically Wizard Oil.
Not my problem.
This guy.
Hey, it's the lot Jesse was talking about. We rendezvous here when we've got what we came for.
Huh. Just a nothing.
Gotta stay hidden. Wait for the signal.
It's so quiet.
Just need to get past this gate.
Wait. Where are the guards?
Looks like someone beat us here.
And I don't think it was Jesse.
This had better not get in the way of our plans.
It won't.
Don't see anyone. What the hell happened?
Hey man, the plaza's that way. Warehouses are further in.
Hey, look at that.
Supposed to be circling around from the back, right?
Right, we got some high potions and some ethers for cheap. I'll grab those. There. Got most of the stuff that we need. Materia is all stuff that we have already. Oh, that has 2. I don't think any of these have more than 2 for quite a while. A Corneo armlet is not a bad call, though, since if we need to, we can then link to materia, which we'll get into later. What do we need to do here? Use unique abilities on staggered enemies. Charge the. I wish it would tell me which abilities I needed to use for it. Stagger 15 enemy types. So I'll just go through the list. All right, there is a treasure chest back here, and a snack table.
need for us to rush. Let's scout it out first.
I can handle this solo.
What? You're trying to keep us out of it now? Don't be a jackass.
We're in this together.
Don't expect me to save you.
If you need to check your gear, now's the time. Give the word when you're good to go.
You can use that
Good
vending
to
machine over
go.
there to stock up.
Sometimes limited quantities. Yeah, we've already been over that. It's all good.
Too. Could go a few rounds before the main event.
Here's the training center. You can use it to level up a bit just in case. Shouldn't need to, but let's at least take a look here. I don't know how to make it start though. Oh, here it is. Let's commence battle training.
This'll be quick. Buzz off. Going in. Bam! You're done.
Just realized I need to hit assess on these guys.
Best do it right.
Entry rate. Stagger gauge is only affected by non-elemental and lightning magic. Lightning magic is the more effective one at driving up the gauge.
Enough.
There we go. Training bonus gained. Hooray! Wonder what else pops up here.
Think you can stop me?
Oh, same shit.
It's over. Calling lightning. Let's do this. All right.
Well, that's a shame.
Nothing to it.
Cannot stagger them without killing them. We'll get stronger versions later.
I get really hungry when I'm nervous.
All right.
Where are you going, Cloud? This
Oh.
way. When you leave something at home or just
That
want
way.
to eat, vending machines can be real lifesavers. Whenever you're ready,
Remind me,
just let us know.
you've got summoning materia, don't you? There's no better way to deal with big groups. You'd be crazy not to equip it.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Let's go over the plan one last time. You start things off by cutting loose where everyone can see you.
And us?
We're the backup. First, we climb high enough to get a vantage point, then we go to town on them.
This is a scene from Final Fantasy VII. Only it happens at a different point this time.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Kind of keeps you guessing as to what this game is doing for a while.
Should have figured. All the guys are leaving.
But I'm not like them. I'm not going just to look for work. I'm gonna be a soldier. The best of the best. Like Sephiroth.
The Great War hero, huh? Isn't it pretty hard to become a soldier?
Yeah. So I won't be back for a long time.
Guess not. Think you'll be in the papers?
I'll try.
Just promise me one thing. When we're older, and you're a famous soldier, if I'm ever trapped or in trouble, promise you'll come and save me.
Huh?
That's what heroes do. They save people. Please? Just once. Come on, promise me.
Fine. I promise.
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference. But not like this. I feel trapped.
That's the signal!
All according to plan.
Let's go.
Right.
Yeah!
You got there, Christy. Also, kids just really like sitting on high things.
I don't see any intruders. Maybe they went...
Oh, we're just breaking into a Shinra place.
Hey, over there.
To get some proper explosives.
Target sighted. Light him up!
They're really good at hitting that sword when they shoot.
Give up?
Kill the bastard!
Oh, they didn't give up.
That's that.
Send backup! We have a sniper! Get him first!
Don't think we've got security officer yet. Well, now we do. Troopers belong to Shinra's Public Security Division, typically seen patrolling the city streets and company installations. Many are new recruits with little training. Okay, yeah, we have seen that before. Oops. We are currently so strong that we cannot stagger these guys, so...
Need a light? That's that. Come on.
What are you doing up there, bud?
What the hell are the others doing?
Tyria has improved enough. Yes, I got that. Tells you how to use the stronger spell.
No, it's
like Fyra.
Unauthorized entry at 76 Anna. All units, proceed to location and secure. Unauthorized entry in 76 Anna. Unauthorized entry in 76 Anna. Hostile numbers confirmed. Threat is minimal. Engage and subdue. Repeat.
Guys are worse than stormtroopers and play approximately the same role in the story.
That's that.
Shit, that was a grenadier. I don't think I had them assessed. This is some heavy security.
Give me a bit more time and I got you.
Give it up! Putting up a fight, huh?
Elite security officer, elite troopers, Usually deployed in dangerous zones where fighting is particularly fierce. Ow. Rude. Riot Trooper. Troopers belonging to Shinra's public... Whoops. Protected by a large shield, they specialize in close combat, violent demonstrations. Yep. There's too many of them. You got your ass kicked by the one dude, actually. That might be specifically in reference to Final Fantasy IX, where Zorn and Thorn shout, "Too many of them!" Not Zorn and Thorn. Genero and Benero shout, "Too many of them, run away!" during the play when there's actually just the one guy.
Can't take me!
Ah.
All good.
Bloody.
Calling fire.
Well, that just killed him. Gotcha. Hi, Willow. Every time I see something shoot at me, I'm just instinctually blocking. Alright, so here we have Elite Grenadier and a Shock Trooper. Elite Troopers serving, yada yada. They carry powerful weapons like grenade launchers, hence the name Grenadiers. Yes, I did just use an attack to dodge. Thank you for noticing.
Allow me.
Here you go. Pharmacological agents and reinforced suits make these troopers tough to take down. They attack with metallic claws and are equipped to both arms. They evade all standard attacks except when they're attacking or knocked off their feet. Hitting them with fire attacks when they're staggered can detonate vulnerable parts of their suit and inflict significant damage. Ow. There we go. Staggered. What have we not used? I think I've used all three of these on staggered characters. Let's try Triple Slash. Once I have Tifa or Barrett back in the party, we'll be able to do a lot more there.
Look at us amateurs, putting in the work.
Don't worry, I've got this. Catch me if you can.
Wedge is surprisingly fast on his feet.
I got your number.
Military canines trained by troopers from Shinra's Public Security Division. They are extremely obedient once trained and can sniff out intruders and launch ferocious attacks when ordered.
Shatter. Let's finish this.
Oh, geez. That was too much damage. Just trying to get staggers in.
Going in.
Well,
Come and get him!
the rebel has dog biscuits in his pocket.
Don't eat me! Please, don't eat me! I can't breathe.
Spent almost all of today staring at JavaScript. That sounds unpleasant. I had some Java. Like the drink.
I think I ran off the
Coffee.
Hell of a show, man. If only the ladies loved you that much.
I'm glad someone's enjoying themselves.
Isn't Fight Further the boss theme? The regular combat is those who fight?
Of course they store mechs here.
Well, here we go.
Hell yeah.
More than you know. Look what I found. Let's give these jerks a taste of their own medicine.
Hey, Wedge is sort of in the party, and there's the summon gauge, finally. What does my extension... Oh, Willows. Okay. That makes more sense.
Allow me.
Alright, Sweeper, an autonomous anti-personnel weapon manufactured by Shinra's Advanced Weaponry Division. It remains in sleep mode until it detects intruders, at which point it enters threat elimination mode.
Let's do this!
Buzz off.
See you later! All right, ready to go! Bring him in, Cloud!
Oh, just trying to get this stagger in.
That's it.
Stagger. Now we're gonna use Focused Thrust, I guess. And now we're gonna summon Ifrit. Works with a system called Mylar for digital comic book management. Very cool.
You're up.
And then Cloud was like, you're up. That's a pretty good Ifrit. Summons fight alongside you for a brief period, and their remaining time is indicated by their gradually decreasing gauge. These beings have a will of their own and engage the enemy as they see fit. However, you can command them to unleash unique attacks by expending a party member's ATB charge.
See ya. Try me.
So now we go Crimson Dive. Does what it says on the tin. A Radiant Plume costs 2, so... And staggered. Some pretty good teamwork.
Well, shit.
All right, assholes, show me your hands!
Oh god, it's even funnier when I've seen it before.
Well, aren't we having a wonderful time kicking the hornet's nest? You know what I want. A second dance. Just the two of us. You turned the key. The engine roars with excitement. It hungers to be set free!
Fall back.
Right. Come on.
That does sound neat, Willow.
Long time since I fought a duel out of the saddle. But for all the miles on the clock,
See you soon.
I'm just as fast as I ever was.
At last, our long-awaited
Heals us.
here's your fair fight, my friend.
Let's do this. I got your number.
All right. Roche, a 3C soldier operator who loves bikes, speed, and anyone capable of going toe-to-toe with him. He is ostracized by many in the organization, however, due to his antics and general disregard for anyone's safety. Hitting him with physical strikes and blocking his attacks will eventually make him easier to interrupt.
I see you.
Shit.
No holding back.
Gift you given to me. Once more.
Oh, got me that time.
No escape.
I told you we were gonna push it past the red line!
I'm waiting.
And no longer staggered. Ow.
Shall I keep you company? In the blink of an eye! Oh, that's the stuff!
Anytime.
I'll keep you company! One more! Marvelous!
Oh. Ow. Shit's hard to time.
Shall I keep you company?
I see you.
Open up the thrust!
Ugh. That one I completely fucked up. All of my own accord. Alright, and now I'll use triple slash, just because it's the only one of my moves that I might not have used on someone who's staggered yet.
Need a light. Well done.
Roche defeated.
Satisfied?
With such fleeting pleasure? Hardly. There are higher heights to which you and I can still soar.
Are you hitting on me? Because, like, you should usually do that without a sword. And the sword should be decorative, if anything.
Give him everything you've got, but kill the swordsman first! We really must do this again. Until then, try not to die.
I'm certain that's literally billions worth of damage he just caused.
God damn it! Let's go.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Run! Run while you can!
Big iron chains seem like an exceptionally painful way to take someone prisoner.
Your team shouldn't be here. Glad yours is.
Come here. Wedge will be fine, but you won't be if they start asking questions.
And who are they?
First guests to the party, another avalanche cell. Our holier-than-thou friends from the old guard. It's always their way or the highway. Lately, they've been a real pain in the ass. Till now.
So then why are they here?
Beats me. We've been on the outs ever since our cell got labeled too extreme. Though they're the ones running around with mil-spec gear. Word is, they cut a deal with Wutai. Promised them all the materia in Midgar, apparently. Think there's any truth to that?
You tell me.
Sometimes, I think we're the only ones who've realized the war's over. Okay, mission complete. Let's make our way back to the lot.
Right.
So yeah, we're finding out about exactly what Avalanche is, in a way that you really don't in Final Fantasy VII.
All units, proceed to location and secure. Repeat.
No way we're getting past all that. Need to find a way around.
Fortunately, there's this very easy way around.
Or went back. He'd only get upset.
Why is that?
Because a soldier wouldn't understand. I'll tell him you were worried about him, though. You know, might just make it.
Many of our citizens have already been disturbed by the alarm. Squad A will set up here and search for suspects. B will establish a perimeter, roadblocks included. Contain the situation.
You made it! Over here!
Public security will only serve the spread in the people. Okay! Form up! Let's go!
Could you have been any louder? I mean, it made my job a lot easier, but... Wait, where's Wedge? Wedge! That was close.
We'll go get him.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Come on.
Not my finest hour.
You get hit?
Just swinged, I think. Oh, shot!
Ow.
Let me see.
Are we seriously doing this here? That's... wow.
You guys are the worst.
Your ass is fine. Maybe singed, but the only casualty is your underwear. This is like a bruise or a mild burn at worst.
Now that was a gunshot.
Is that a smile I spy?
It's not safe here. We should go.
Copy that.
Alright, time to sidle sideways between some objects so the game has time to load. I mean for drama.
Man, I can't believe HQ is running an op tonight of all nights.
All residents are to return to their homes and remain.
Nothing to see here.
Ramping up for something.
Just civilians.
Go home.
I heard someone say it was an attack.
Hey, it was those terrorists, right?
There has been no attack. For your safety, please go home and remain indoors until further notice.
An emergency has been declared. All civilians are to remain indoors. Cooperation is
Oh, you have the revive materia up ahead, which is nice to have once we have, you know, more than one person in the party.
Right, this is it. Through here and we're home free.
Where exactly are we going?
When we get there, you'll know.
Was it here, or is it further ahead? I guess it's further ahead.
Please remain indoors to reduce the risk of distress should we experience further malfunction.
Sure hope so.
And it worked for Metal Gear Solid, it worked for Resident Evil, it worked for God of War, and by golly, it'll work for Final Fantasy.
was just saying how he hoped.
It really, like, gives away what period the games were made in.
Cloud said that?
Sure did. Wants a whole pie to himself. Isn't that right?
Because there's this period of, like, 5 years where this was in every game.
Well, okay then.
At least in every AAA game.
That'd be awesome!
Super duper awesome!
Aha, there it is. Can't miss it. Well, you could.
Should be somewhere around here. Bingo. I half figured my dad got it wrong, but nope. They're here just like he said.
Parachutes?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What do you mean half figured?
50-50 is pretty good odds if you ask me. This is gonna be fun.
Jesse's very excited about jumping off a very high thing.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you coming all this way with me. And like I said before, I'd be grateful if you kept this between us until after the mission. I don't want to complicate things.
Sure.
Okay, who's ready to fly?
Me!
Hey, Cloud, you let him down gently, all right?
Yep.
Wait, I almost forgot. One more thing.
Whoa! Stop it! What in the hell are you trying to...
Easy.
I think this might be anime.
You do first.
Swing by my place after, so I can pay you in full.
Ooh.
No! Wait! Give me a minute!
No.
Why you have to be such a hard ass, bro?
I ain't your bro.
It's kind of pretty from up here.
wish I could have done more. Just got hurt.
You did enough. You took one for the team. Be proud.
Yeah? Yeah!
Feels like we're flying high these days.
Now, more than ever.
He's a keeper, all right.
Yeah! Together, we can take on the world!
All right, I'm going to take a quick break right here. Pick up at this cutscene in just a few minutes. But I gotta remind you that there is a civil rights movement happening around the country and the wider world. Black Americans, people of color, are fighting for some things that should be just given. Equal treatment under the law, equal rights to not be attacked, terrorized, and killed by police. There are ways that you can help that we have listed here, including the Bail Fund Network to help keep protesters out of jail, the Ochre Project and the Black Trans Travel Fund to help Black trans and non-binary people with food, supplies, and travel out of dangerous situations, and the Black Hills Legal Fund, the Lakota People's Fund to take back their land, the Six Grandfathers, that was stolen by white people, arbitrarily renamed to Mount Rushmore, and then had, white slave owners' faces carved into the side of it. Under this second command are more current campaigns. These are kept up to date by my sister-in-law, Christy. That was incorrect. There we go. There we go. And these are all current campaigns. These are all things you can do right now. If you know anything else that needs to go here, please let her know. Black lives matter. The lives of people of color matter. Indigenous lives and lands matter. Asian and Pacific Islander lives matter. And these are things we got to keep saying and pushing and fighting for until the people all the way to the top not only understand and acknowledge them, but work to make them real protected truths. All right, I am stepping out for a few minutes. I'll be back soon. I'm going to run some ads. We have no stance on ad blockers. See you back here in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Little sick. Not feeling super good. Have been since Wednesday, Tuesday, somewhere around there. It's been very frustrating. Anyway, we're gonna land back in the slums.
I'll head home on my own. After all, I'm only a little sore.
It's cool. We'll go together.
Aw, thanks, bro.
Wedge absolutely has a crush on Cloud. Just a sec, there's something I need to do over here.
I guess. Sure.
Haha! Shinra boxes. I want to get as many Moogle medals as I can, and Shinra boxes all have a chance of dropping them. They'll be important later in the game. Phoenix Downs don't hurt either. I think that's all the Shinra boxes in Scrap Alley. How you doing, Freya? Oops. I looked away from the screen for a second and went on the wrong side of the door. Happens in real life sometimes, too.
Over Scrap
I'm not made for my front lines.
Well, this is Big's place. I guess he hasn't made it home yet.
Guess not.
Hope he isn't worst casing it again. He's got a habit of overthinking things, worrying about all the possible outcomes till his head hurts.
Mood.
And when he worries, I worry. Anyway, let's head on over to Jesse's.
Whether anyone will admit it or not, Wedge absolutely takes care of everyone else.
Scares me.
Between Wedge and Tifa, if they didn't have Wedge or Tifa, they'd all be screwed.
Men are not allowed inside. Lots of pretty girls trying to make it big on stage live here. So don't hang around or they might get the wrong idea.
Huh.
I'm telling you this for your own good, Cloud. People around here love to gossip.
They know about Jesse and Avalanche?
Nah, it's all good. They think she's an actress. Oh, and one more thing, bro. It's all a game to her. Don't fall for it.
You lost me.
Life's a stage and love's the play.
You know about the secret reactor jobs? Even people from the Undercity are out.
I'm gonna try to find some live-in work.
I like that they gave Wedge the same walking cycle.
Smalls, brought a new friend to meet you. These little guys are on guard duty today.
Aww.
Okay.
Thanks for
Lost track of what I was gonna say. Right, they gave Wedge the same walk cycle as in the original FF7.
Hey, don't be scared. Deep down, he's a big softie. It's okay. It's okay. Good job, guys. Great work.
I like that Wedge sees something in Cloud that no one else does.
Big acting so tough.
I'm gonna try to find some live-in work.
Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all's conversation.
Sure. Good luck. You know about the secret reactor jobs? Everyone and their mother knows how to do them. Secret jobs? It's just a rumor.
Well, if it isn't Cloud Strife, was wondering when you'd show up. Without further ado, here you are. Thanks for stepping up, Merc. And now for the cherry on top.
Okay, I get it. Mind letting me breathe?
Depends. Mind coming over tomorrow night? My roommates should all be out for a while.
Are you seriously that desperate? Just let go already.
Only if you promise to come back tomorrow night. Deal?
No promises or not happening.
No promises, but I'll think it over.
Really? You will? I'd make a mean pizza, I'll have you
Yeah,
know.
sorry about the echoiness. That's when
Black Millie,
the mic starts picking up the speaker.
ingredients. Sound good?
Never heard of any of that stuff.
Oh, you are so adorable, you know that? You just leave everything to me. It'll be great. Nighty-night. Psych.
All right. Well, now we've got Barrier, the Varia materia. So generally speaking, I tend to put attack magic on Barret and support magic on Cloud. Support magic going on Cloud is very important because Cloud is almost always in the party.
I stayed up all night thinking about the reactor bombing.
Word is, former reactor...
Me wanting to leave Midgar.
Cloud?
Yeah,
You were out for a while.
just walking.
I ran into Johnny, by the way. Said not to worry. He was getting out of town.
Oh, that guy.
Forgot about Johnny.
Thinking of leaving Midgar anytime soon, were you?
Well, seems this old friend of mine's in a tight spot. Long time ago, I said I'd be there for her. Made a promise. So...
Can't say this is quite what I had in mind when I put that on you way back when.
If you want to talk, I'm listening.
Huh? What's with you all of a sudden?
With me?
Like you're losing that hard edge.
That bad?
There is one character in Trials of Mana who sleeps naked. But you can't tell that except by playing it in a Super Nintendo emulator and removing the layer that has the bedsheet on it.
It's pretty late, huh? I'd like to catch up more, but we should probably both get some sleep, yeah?
Yeah.
Good night, then.
He's curled up in a way that you can't see in, but, you know. It's honestly an interesting and unique thing. So, some of y'all might have caught on to what these ghosts are from other things that I've said. I'm not going to say it directly at this point in time, because the big reveal doesn't really come till near the end of the game.
Sleep and dream the sweetest dreams.
Cloud!
What's wrong?
Come with me! Quickly!
Also, it does kind of get into some stuff from Final Fantasy VI around.
Those things showed up and came after us.
The others?
Barrett and Jesse are holding their ground, but for how long? I don't know.
So obviously this didn't happen in FF7. Wow, peaked my mic real hard there.
Ready?
You know it.
Let's head for the bar.
Mysterious Spectre is all they're called.
Too bad.
Unable to read. Physical attacks have only a slight effect on their stagger gauge, so use magic to fill it rapidly. Start using magic on Spectre A. Spells, Blizzard.
Going in.
Alright, so now Tifa is going to use Dive Kick on him.
There's no escape!
There we go.
We did.
This is stupid. Try this.
There's way too many of them.
Tifa, you're trying to punch a ghost. Yep.
Bring it.
Bring it!
Don't overdo it.
All set!
Tifa in AI mode is very bad about using unbridled strength. Which is important not only because it increases her damage, but also lets me do this. Which then gives you enough ATB to do it again.
You asked for it! Beat them! What are these things?
No idea. Pretty sure you can't even see them unless they make physical contact first.
That's all you can tell me?
All I know.
More of them? We're running out of time.
Any other way?
Yeah, over here.
So the actual design, you will have seen it in Final Fantasy VI before if you've played it. But that only explains a small amount of what's going on.
It's like trying to fight a hurricane.
Stay on your feet.
You don't have to tell me that.
Variety store, Bellwood. Now we're just gonna walk very slowly for a while. It's very exciting.
Barret!
Give me a break.
Jesse! Barret!
Where you been?
They just keep coming! We've got to do something! Hang on! Cloud!
I'm coming. Move.
The second one appeared yet? Yes, there it is. Enigmatic Spectre. Unable to read.
Chill. Gotcha. Let's do this. What the?
Oh shit. So that was supposed to grab Tifa, but I was in the middle of an attack and interrupted it, and I think that's lovely.
Be careful. Calling lightning. Adapting. We're done.
Okay, let's go.
The Enigmatic Spectre is vulnerable.
Taking over. What the?
Oh, I don't have any magic left. Thunder on Enigmatic. Didn't do a whole lot. I wasn't prepared for it.
All set.
That's what it was supposed to do that first time it jumped into the air. Can Tifa see the Langoliers? Yes. As soon as one touches you, you can see it.
I got this. Bam!
Alright. Staggered. Hell yeah.
Going all out.
And... Limit Break.
There.
That's the good shit right there.
Finish it.
Seizing the open. Come on.
Hi, Bad Road.
How's your ammo?
Running low. Jesse.
Damn it!
Huh?
The hell?
Jesse.
At least we're not on a train.
Me and my two left feet.
None of us know suplex.
Easy now.
What's going on? What's happening?
We ain't putting on a damn show! The hell were those things? Some kind of... I don't know.
Everyone here is now involved in the timeline changing.
Weird shit'll come crawling out of the scrap down here. It's those reactors. I'm telling you.
It hurt?
Wish I could say it didn't, but yeah. God, this is so embarrassing. Hate playing the damsel in distress.
It happens.
What did you do to your leg? Does it hurt?
Not nearly as much as the fuss everyone's making.
Still, I think you ought to avoid putting any...
I'm fine.
Oh.
That's enough. You're out, Jesse.
Huh? What about the mission? We already sent Biggs in, remember? Don't tell me you're thinking of calling it off.
No, we got this.
The hell you do.
If you need someone to step up, I'm your man.
Oh, right, you're also injured. Possibly with a broken rib.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I'm gonna need a raise.
Consider it done. All right, everyone, clouds in. The mission is on.
Go and raise some hell for me, okay?
Listen, Wedge, I need you to hang back and guard the home front.
What? But I'm in perfect health.
Which makes you the perfect choice to look after Jesse and Marlene.
Hey.
Let's get this show on the road to Mako Reactor 5. Once you got your gear in order, head to the station for the meet. Got it?
I like that when Cloud says he needs a raise, Barrett's just happy about it.
This'll help you get squared away. Don't tell me I never did nothing for you. I'm counting on you, soldier boy.
They're very much starting to already gain a mutual respect for each other. Even letting their guards down a bit. Oh, so this is why we had to do the darts game that I kicked so much ass at earlier.
Your prize for taking the top spot on the darts leaderboard. You earned it. After you guys come back from the plate, maybe we can play around together.
Oh. Ouch. A lot of stuff's about to happen.
All right, let's get going.
Sure. After you take a deep breath.
Huh?
I can tell you're nervous.
That obvious, huh? Okay, I'm ready now.
And change the equipment of allies who have left the party. As well as materia and stuff. Still haven't gotten her second weapon. Let's give her the Shinra bangle for the extra materia slot. We're going back to potatoes. There we go. So anything that happens in the original Final Fantasy VII, I'll talk about, because I don't consider that to be spoilers per se. So if you have any questions about whether something happened in the original version or not, let me know.
Moving down under.
And if it would be a spoiler to this game, I will try to not say it before it happens.
Bombs and stuff are scary. So everyone knows about the bomb threat? Really?
More bombings might force people to stop taking the planet for granted.
But there is a lot of stuff in this game that will relate back to stuff in Final Fantasy VII.
So tell me, what's the town's favorite mercenary looking for today?
Hey, it's Barrett's theme. I like that you can hear it playing on these, like, old-timey radios and turntables and such. Hey, look who it is.
You've exceeded my expectations. I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my research.
So every time we run across Chadley,
I look forward to receiving.
we can turn in our missions, and he's everywhere.
My friend missed the train back the other day.
I can't wait any longer.
Alright, people. Mission starts the moment we board that train. You sure you ready for this?
Well, let's move on to Chapter 5.
Do you think Biggs is on schedule?
All we can do is hope.
Today really gotta be the
franchise.
Ain't no stopping this train we're on, son. A lot of people risk their lives to get it rolling. Already put the word out, more is coming too. Shut them all down by today, or we shut another down for you. Ain't on us, not us. Play it cool.
This is an announcement from the Shinya Electric Power Company. The terrorist group Avalanche has issued another bomb threat. In response, we have raised the threat level and entered a state of heightened alert. All lines are currently experiencing delays. We anticipate that our arrival in Sector 4 will be later than scheduled.
The target's Mako Reactor 5. From the station, we take the back streets. Once we're inside the facility, it's the same deal as last time.
Head for Mako storage.
And then blow it all to hell. Let's do this one for Jesse and Wedge. They deserve it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I didn't think word would spread this fast. There's barely anyone on this train, and none of them look happy to be here.
Might stand out as a group. You two stay here.
Did we call in a threat to give the staff a chance to evacuate? Because we only want to hurt the machinery. Yes. That's the presumption anyway.
Cloud,
The train will be passing an ID checkpoint shortly.
here comes the first hurdle.
Not much of one.
I know, but that doesn't mean I don't have butterflies in my stomach. Hey, would you mind keeping an eye on things the next car over? I'm worried there might be trouble.
Why's that?
Barrett's always on edge before missions. But you know he's a good guy underneath it all. The people on this train don't.
He'll be fine.
Maybe. But I won't be until I know for sure.
Be right back.
Thanks.
Assuming they're gonna fail the ID check sometime later in the story. It's Chekhov's ID check.
So,
hey, remember this fucker?
those terrorists? Avalanche is a blight on Midgar.
Huh?
Their bomb threat has thrown our offices into chaos, let alone the reactor itself. It's total insanity! But we won't lose heart. No! Everyone at Shinra agrees. The reactor will stay online.
Is that right?
What? You got a problem with that?
Do I have a problem with that? Oh, you can bet.
He doesn't.
Chaos!
Asshole.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking wiener.
You know you're better than that.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. So, now we have 2 healing materials. Always good.
I have nothing more to say to you and your friend.
All right.
Go see how Tifa's doing. She needs you more than I do.
I agree. He should have thrown him out of the train. And if anyone asked why, he can just say no ticket.
Emergency ID scan in progress.
No way!
Emergency ID scan in progress. Unauthorized IDs detected. Threat level critical.
Well, shit.
Suite initiated. Commencing at the rear of the train.
Not good.
He called it, Freya.
Over here! Now!
Take care of them, Cloud.
On it.
Lockdown protocol.
Well, I guess this is what we're doing now.
You have to get to the next call.
Slug Ray, a compact weapon manufactured by Shinra's Advanced Weaponry Division, or SOD. Its gyroscopic control system enables the unit to track and engage intruders from the air at high speed. It's weakest to physical attacks. And then it'll crash if you keep hitting it while it's flying.
What are we doing? Get the car to
Lockdown protocol. Train car will enter lockdown shortly.
That didn't seem very fair, huh?
You're out of luck.
3 unauthorized passengers detected. Initiating inspection and detection protocol in correspondence.
Good stuff. Again, we just did this.
here.
What are you doing?
Trying to keep you alive.
But I work for Shinra. I'm the enemy.
I don't care. I don't want anyone to die. Please.
I'll look after the others.
My turn.
There, put him in a situation where he has to understand that something's very wrong.
3 unauthorized passengers successfully begin neutralizing threat.
Looks like you're right, soldier boy.
Screw this. The station will be crawling with security. We gotta jump.
Screw that.
Looks like we're gonna have to jump.
Sounds like a Biggs plan E.
The sound as he hits the ground, though.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
Wow, let's kick a little ass now.
Deal with that.
Let me handle this. Keep it up. Bring it.
Whatever.
Gotcha. Give him your all.
There we go. Ow, rude.
My turn.
No, fall to the ground, please. I can't upgrade my combos. You gotta just help me out here and fall, okay?
Let's do this.
How's that sound?
That's gotta be him.
Alright. So now we gotta go find Barrett. Might as well stop over here then. You know, take a quick sit. It's all good. That's all you need to heal whatever ails you. We're gonna go this way real quick.
Hey, Cloud, where are you going?
There's just something I need to do over here, Tifa. Don't worry.
Barrett can hold him off by himself.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. He's important to the story. I know I felt that there was Shinra boxes over here, which I got nothing from. Wow. Didn't even get MP. Everything hurts more when you're tired. That's true. No one important to the story dies in a Final Fantasy game. Hey, that's offsides.
You always know what to say.
Alright. More high potions.
I felt sure we had them, didn't you?
Sir!
Born survivors, these surats. Speaking of which, where's the...
Doesn't he sound like a fucking Disney villain?
Return it to the wild.
They should have just let Jafar go and let this guy take his place. Fucking Heidegger.
It's them! We have a visual on the targets. Requesting immediate assistance.
We have security officers specifically. There's not... Does that dot on the left side indicate that we have them already?
I got your note. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a gray dot means that we have them, and the blue dot, green dot, whatever color that is, means that we've scanned them specifically in this fight. Yeah, that doesn't go very far.
There.
Cut that out.
Was never in doubt.
He's close. Come on. There. Barrett.
Tifa, could use some help here.
Well, shit.
We're coming.
Make it quick. Should be some stairs over there.
We'd better hurry.
Yeah.
I've had it up to here with you damn robo-bugs. I'm gonna rip off those spindly legs of yours one by one. I ain't going down without a fight.
That doesn't sound good.
Let's go.
It's probably fine.
Barrett!
Now we've got Barrett in the party.
Calling lightning.
All right, watch it learn. Ooh, gotta love this guy. You ain't getting out of this one.
Focused shot on Slug Ray.
That's good.
All right. Let's set up our materia proper. Cloud is gonna grab Revival and I guess he can. Oh wait, Cleansing. There it is. And we can put summons on them too, since we have these. These ones are easier to get to go off too. They have, not easier, just more common that their bars will appear. Especially Carbuncle. Does not have a new weapon yet. Have anything else with 2? Yeah, we've got a few star bracelets. Barrett can equip Fire. And ice. And also, let's do our weapon upgrading real quick. I like that AP is all retroactive. Over here we got attack power, defense power, magic power. Go. And sure. And sure. And if we switch back to older weapons, I'll work on upgrading them as well. Alright, Barrett does not have any upgrades yet. Let's give him magic attack, physical attack, a new materia slot, and another new materia slot. And attack power. There we go. Now Tifa. Switch to the next subcore. The subcores are unlocked just as you go through the game, by the way. Grab a new materia slot. Just generally the most important thing, and also attack power. Now let's attach materia where it's needed. Lightning, ice, and fire. So we can also add wind. I guess another healing materia is always a good idea. And then Tifa can have that last healing materia, I guess, for now. Good.
Be the last of them, right?
Oh, who cares? We can take it. Now let's confirm our position and get back on mission. That reactor's waiting. Looks like it's gonna be Plan E.
Go on.
Plan A was if everything went off without a hitch. From the station, it would have been a straight shot to the reactor. Didn't work out, but we knew going in we had to have alternatives. Backup plans in case we had to get off early. From closer in to further out, B, C, D, and so on.
Up to what?
To E.
Lucky us.
Yeah! You're damn right.
Anyway, we were riding the train between Sector 4 and the main pillar when we had to bail out. And we ended up on the adjacent line, which should take us to Reactor 5.
That's right. So for now, we follow the tracks. Not too far, though. Need to switch to a different route before we hit the station. Because you can bet your ass it's going to be crawling with security. All on high alert.
Let's move.
Our friends in Sector 5 marked the route, so don't worry about getting lost. It's a straight shot to victory, people. All we gotta do is tank it.
All the rest of Avalanche aren't here. The rest of Avalanche does not work with this group.
Proceeding without incident.
Oh, you mean Biggs and Wedge and Jesse? Yes.
Yes, of course.
Things are getting weird.
Sir,
Analytics reports that the results fall within the admissible range. However, the casualty rate significantly exceeds previous projections.
Remind me what your job is. Is it to question the wisdom of your superiors and bemoan your personal hardships?
Sir?
Huh. Casualty rate. You think I care about the casualty rate? They're pawns in a greater game.
That game is called Final Fantasy VII Remake.
3 or wherever else. Use your head and bring me solutions instead of problems for a change, yes?
Sir.
And of course, no one seems to know that they're in some kind of fringe timeline.
Hard to find good help these days. Which is why the President ought to count his blessings. What would he do without me?
What, questioning your superiors and bemoaning your personal hardships, Bad Road? That does sound like a good job. Hey, look, it's a door. Wonder if there's anything fun in this door. Like a treasure chest, perhaps. It might contain, let's say, the innards of a clock. A little Final Fantasy VI humor there.
When the time comes, remember, we just gotta follow the nose.
What?
Stamp's nose.
We look for graffiti, then head in whichever direction its nose points. But pay attention to railway signals, too. You see blue lights, you're going the right way. Bring it on, asshole!
More slug rays.
Don't overdo it.
About damn time!
Ow, rude.
Kiss my ass! Want some more? Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
No.
Ooh, gotta love it. This is gonna sting! Follow the blue lights and we'll reach the reactor.
Oh, hey, there's some stairs here. Perhaps we should follow them. Look, there is some were-rats in this tunnel.
Got ourselves a real piece of work right here.
You don't know the half of it.
Sorry.
They're very cute, honestly. There's a lot of Final Fantasy monsters that are really cute. Got a star pin. Always good. I think that's the immunity to poison.
You gotta check the signal, son. The signal.
I mean, they're blue, like you said.
Biggs is way ahead of us. Jesse was gonna back him up, so it wouldn't surprise me if he needs our help. So let's not keep him waiting.
Right.
Deal with that.
Yeah! You're not going anywhere!
Bring it!
I'm counting on you!
Let's go! You're up!
Taking over.
Abilities, assess. No, elite. Did we get the elite? Yeah, we did get the elite grenadier already. Never mind. Because he was with the SWAT raider.
Keep it together.
All set! Bring it! Keep it up!
Good shit.
Would kill for a shower.
Found another door. What's in this door? Another treasure chest. Hey, it's an ether. Why does ether restore your MP? That shit'll just knock you out.
There's one.
There's that graffiti.
It knows we trust.
Good thing our colleagues put up all that stamp graffiti. Without it, we'd be lost for sure.
So yeah, they use one of Shinra's corporate mascots to get the drop on Shinra.
Bring it.
Trying to get those Shinra boxes, and then a fight started.
That's a win.
Hooray, Assess can now assess everything in a fight at once. Shinra's corporate mascot is a dog, yes, named Stamp. Dogs represent things like loyalty. So you can see why.
Guys, I think it might be a nest.
All kinds of creepy crawlies make themselves at home in the plate. Then you messed up.
A company like this would want to use one.
No, not Mako. Shinra. What?
That black and white world of yours.
You like it, huh? You know there's room for one more.
Well, here goes nothing. Grass strike. Assess.
You're done.
Large insects that like dark confined spaces, usually encountered in tunnels and the plate interior. They ensnare their prey with sticky threads discharged from their mouths. Ice attacks rapidly fill their stagger gauge. They protect themselves with a barrier when low on health or isolated.
It's on you.
All right, watch and learn.
Oh. Grass strike is already gone.
Nothing to it.
Icky. There's another one.
Deal with that.
Let me handle this.
About damn time. Ooh, gotta love
it. There we go. Blizzard.
Time for a serious ass whooping. Here it comes.
Aw, yeah.
Maybe dial it back a little?
Barrett does not dial back. He is an energetic guy.
More of them?
What is this, a science experiment?
Keep it together.
Yeah, I'll do it. What now?
It's huge.
So you must...
Well, if he's huge, he must have huge guts. So I think we're in luck if we're in the market for guts. Guts of a greater than average size. Queen gas strike. The queen of a gas strike colony. As such, her duties include laying eggs and commanding her offspring in battle. Her main defense mechanism is the ability to spit sticky thread, with which she can trap her foes. Dialing back is for cops and ex-girlfriends.
It's on you.
Gotta love it. So now. Want some more?
There's Cactar. Sure, let's summon Cactar.
This right here is the power of the plan.
Hell yeah. All right, 1,000 needles on the queen.
You're about to catch a cold. Don't look now, but it's about to get real. Come on.
Watching their HP.
You can handle this.
All right, Cloud's turn to shine.
It's over.
Suck on this.
Take it from here.
Mind over matter.
All right, 1,000 needles again.
Come on.
That's a lot of needles. 10,000 needles? Boom.
Those things really creep me out.
A train's gonna get derailed by one of these days.
Shinra should do something.
After an accident, they will.
When it's too late then.
All right. So now we can just figure out where to head next.
Damned if I'm going through that. Gotta look somewhere else.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a great way to go. Here's a box. Phoenix Down's in it. Anything in this energy drink machine? No, nothing new. Yeah, just the same shit. We got plenty. This one with, or is it the next one? There's poison. Okay. Hi, Willow. Good to have you back. So now we've got poison materia. So Barrett does not, whoops. I never use those commands. It's too much to remember. Oh hey, we got the stagger effect finished. And all 4 of our current abilities that can deal damage have now been used. versus staggered enemies. So we gotta wait till we get more abilities. Right, triple slash. So we need to use focused shot some more. Let's take off his healing materia in favor of poison. Basically polar opposites. I wouldn't even call it a reimagining. It's just there's more to him. Yeah. He's still very much Mr. T.
Yeah, they really captured the essence of corporate propaganda.
Check it out. I guess Shinra's doing something about those monsters after all.
Doing a half-assed job, looks like.
Oh, of course. If they did a whole-ass job.
Man, how do we get such a shit detail?
Screw it. Let's just give it a quick once-over and call it a day.
What's up, guys? We came to help. We're your backup. We're not very good backup. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I got your number.
Troopers belonging to the Public Security Division, equipped with flamethrowers, target a wide area. They're used in monster extermination ops or when the enemy must be thoroughly obliterated. Hitting them in the back will eventually cause their tank to blow and inflict significant damage. Just gonna hit him in the back a few times. There we go. Let's inflict significant damage. They're also weak to fire, oddly enough.
It's over.
Nothing's gonna stop.
You would say that.
Hey, there's one of those Moogle medals we've heard so much about. From me, mostly. I like that they redesigned some of the enemies to look closer to their Final Fantasy VI counterparts. Gives it that nice
Let's figure out where the hell we
Magitech appeal.
There's an old rail yard not far from here. What we're looking for is somewhere inside.
And that is...
a secret passageway.
We've compiled our report on Avalanche's combat capabilities and our...
Report, report, report. What good do you think a damn report will do anyone?
I don't...
Have you already forgotten the war with Wu-Tai? An enemy spared is an enemy who will repay your kindness with blood. We must crush them thoroughly and completely, without hesitation or mercy. Shinra cannot and will not settle for anything less.
Dial it back a bit, Heidegger.
But sir... If so, I can only assume that you and your men no longer wish to serve in your current positions. Is that correct?
We'll prepare the prototype in Section E for immediate deployment. Right now, damn it!
Another day, another victory. How do I do it?
Sugoi. He is not Sugoi. Alright, so Stamp says to go that way, but I happen to know that if we go this way...
If we can't find our way out of these tunnels?
I'll bust some walls.
Good one.
Wasn't kidding, you know.
This the right way?
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Hey, you sure we on the right track?
I won't lose!
Deal with that.
About damn time! Fuck on this! Golden opportunity right here! You ain't getting out of this! Here it comes! Get your ass out of here! Take you off!
Whoops, not the one I meant to use.
Back to delivery! Suck on this! Time for a serious ass whoop! Yeah!
See, Barrett's ex-girlfriend. Could be.
Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
Let's see. Bloody hell, how far back is it? Is it really all that way? I guess we're going down the whole tunnel.
Are we lost?
I'm not lost. I know where I'm going, or at least what I'm looking for. That wet texture on the ground looks really good. Even the way the reflections follow along it.
The hell you off to?
There's a single door with a treasure chest behind it this way, okay? Don't ask me how I know.
Don't tell me. You're lost.
If that's what you think, feel free to turn around.
Man, just admit that you are. Are you just playing this by ear?
Alright, Barrett, I swear there's a point to this.
You sure it wasn't something you ate? Don't overdo it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, you in trouble now. Firing one off. Time for a serious ass whooping. Here it comes.
Shoot me. I'm guarding.
Don't stop now. Back to delivery.
Learn focused shot. Hooray. Now he can switch weapons when I find his next weapon.
Was never in doubt.
Instead of just stopping you from going this way,
We really ought to turn around.
they decided to reward persistence.
You've had your fun, now let's go back.
I could have swore it was closer than this is the thing. That's the bad part.
No reason to go this way, so let's not.
I'm working on it. Did I pass it already? Good lord.
Should be easy. Keep it together.
Guess it's my turn. Shit hurts, don't it? Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
Worked up a good sweat.
Worked up a good sweat. You should understand that you're heading for a treasure chest. You've done this a couple times now. That's true, but it's never been quite this far. We've been to this one. I honestly don't remember it being quite this far, is the thing. So I'm wondering if maybe I missed it.
Don't want to lose track of them.
And even Cloud's complaining now. Well, I guess we'll 100% the map, something that the game never pays attention to. What am I doing?
Wrong way.
But there's a blue light there. This must be the right way.
Get ready.
Deal with that.
All right, watch and learn. Come on. Coming at you hard and fast.
Too late.
Don't stop now. This is gonna sting. Gotta catch you sleeping. Damn it.
No surprises there.
So this is the running the wrong way down the tunnel stream. At the place. Yeah, behind the big gate. Y'all are gonna love what the prize is, too. Now it's gonna turn out this is one of the ones I've already been to. Yeah, it sure is. Bloody hell. It just let me run that whole way. That's amazing. It's wild. Where the fuck was I supposed to go? Well, maybe we'll see it on the way back. This part's fun, but wait for the next part where you go back the other way. Yep. If you're not playing Final Fantasy VII Remake Tunnel Percent, you're not really playing Final Fantasy VII R. Isn't that the truth? I'm guessing that the door I was supposed to go through is way, way closer, because I do not remember having to go that far. I think I remember that I know what I did wrong. It wasn't that stamp that shows me where the next way to go is, that I go the opposite direction. It's the next one. So yeah, we just ran down the whole thing for no reason, just to hear some silly dialogue. Somewhere, Biggs checks his watch again. See, that one's really strange, because up till now, anytime I tried to go the wrong way, it would stop me. So this is Final Fantasy VII Remake not rewarding exploration. Hey, they've respawned.
help, do you? Want some more? Yeah! Coming at you hard and fast.
Whatever.
Tifa leveled up.
Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
Not bad.
I remember I had a friend a long time ago, like when Final Fantasy VII first came out. They'd gotten up to just the second. They'd gotten up to the second time in a reactor, and because they'd never played an RPG before, they assumed that was the whole gameplay was going around and blowing up reactors. And I always thought that was very funny. I'll hear about the guy who got to level 99 before fighting the robot Scorpion. That sounds incredibly boring. Did he go into the bar and the barkeep asked him why the long face?
Time for a serious ass whooping. This is gonna sting! Gonna make your eyeballs pop!
Took him like 3 months. Yeah, it would.
That was...
Okay, North is correct. I was a little worried for a second. At least now we can see a slightly more accurate distance marker. So this guy, he got to level 99 before he fought the robot Scorpion. And the bartender says, "We don't serve horses here." Alright, we're almost back now. We're getting there. We're gonna do it. Yeah, there's where we went the wrong way.
Let's make this quick.
Shouldn't be hard. Sure.
We're making it happen, yeah.
It's on you.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Don't stop now.
Keep forgetting how the character switching works.
Here we go.
Come on. Whatever.
That thunder I hear? Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
No problem. If you head all the way back to the beginning of the tunnel, it'll actually stop you before you get there. I absolutely had to try that the first time. Not from here, but from where we actually started. Alright, we're heading down this way.
Gotta love the irony of Shinra's smarmy lapdog leading the way to its master's destruction.
That says left. Well, let's head to the right then. Because this time I can actually, you know, grab the thing in here. See? It's fine. Now we can get a leather bracer. A leather bracer. And a Moogle medal. Makes it all worth it. Let's see, the leather bracer. That is also 2 slots. Better than any of the ones I already have? Yes, actually. Barrett can have it then. Oh yeah, I should also put one of these on him. Any one of these, really. Mako Crystal.
Intruder!
Oh, hi. That.
Keep those gloves up.
Sure thing.
That was not that man's lucky day.
You really don't like Stamp, do you, Barry?
It's not that I hate it. I hate the fact that Shinra took a loyal animal like that and co-opted it for their own self-serving agenda.
Poor old...
Yeah.
Starting to remind me of one
Fuck those guys.
One full of nothing phases.
Think you're making progress, and then you hit a wall.
Knock it down.
You're starting to sound like Barry.
Never mind.
It's a good plan. Hold up.
Rainyard security. Hey, why are you hiding?
If they want to stand between us and the rail yard, that's their choice.
Bastards aren't going to get away this time!
Well, shit. Assess everything.
Let's do it right.
An autonomous weapons platform developed by the Advanced Weaponry Division, able to rotate a full 360 degrees for improved surveillance. It has an extremely quick response time between detecting intruders and launching its homing missiles.
Keep it together.
All right, watch and learn.
Too easy.
That is a lot of missiles.
Sorry.
Ow. Yeah, I figured I wouldn't be able to save Barrett in that case.
Shake it off, okay?
It's fine now.
I've got you covered.
You're gonna burn!
I'm gonna burn? That's not very nice.
You're up.
I got you. Deal with that.
There's a lot going on in this fight.
Gonna make your eyeballs pop.
Well,
You're up.
Fight through it. Now let me go.
Fireball!
don't shout firebomb. What is this, anime?
Second order. Don't overdo it.
Guess it's my turn. What's up now?
Help me!
Fight up. come!
Ow! Just kicked me in the shin.
Gotta love it. Come on.
This is very anime.
Like playing with fire. Won't be nothing left for you when I'm through.
Ah, that's the good stuff.
I'm still kicking.
Don't give up.
Bio? Sure. I don't think that bio works against machines.
Let's take the stairs. We should be reaching that secret passage real soon. I knew Plan E wouldn't fail us. Should have called it Plan Excellent. What you think, Mr. Ex-Soldier?
Biggs made the plan, right?
I provided some input.
Not too much.
What's that supposed to mean?
All right, here's a room. Oh, good.
Guess not.
Now I can get this other green materia. Oh, it's more lightning. That's fine. Anything good in the box? 28. Stamp. It's propaganda music. Now let's sit on this bench for a while. And that's probably where I should stop tonight, both because it's 11 and my head's starting to really hurt. Thanks everyone for joining. I hope I don't have to take a headache pill. I don't want to. Here's our schedule for the next week. Dang it, my mouse is acting up. Just let me click on the things, please. There. Click on that. There we go. So tomorrow's Monday. Andy's gonna play some Dark Souls 2 on his channel, Andymonium, and Christy's gonna play more Mooncraft. Tuesday, Annie's gonna play more Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Wednesday, Sue and Christy will play more Monster Hunter. And Bad Road on his channel will play Shadowrun Returns. Thursday, I'll continue with Final Fantasy VII Remake. And Andy on their channel will keep playing Dark Souls 2. And then on Friday, Katie will play more Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And Saturday, someone on the Xenon Fiber channel will play more Minecraft as well. Saw the coolest Lego Creations treehouse the other day. Oh, very cool. Alright, I gotta get off of here and see how bad this headache is. Here's our YouTube channel if you can't get enough of us in the meantime. And I'll see you later.